What if I told you that in this current market, you could get a rear-wheel drive 6-speed manual track-capable sports car for under $30,000? What if it were also reliable, cheap to maintain, and had enormous aftermarket support? And then what if I told you that you could actually have it for less than 20 grand? Well, you can. And there's only one option. What's going on, everyone? Jax here, and today we're talking about how now, more than ever, the C5 Corvette is unequivocally the best performance value on the market. It's no secret that the current market conditions are out of control, and like me, you've probably heard tales of ridiculous markups from $90,000 Toyota RAV4 Primes to $100,000 Ford Broncos. Yes, those are two actual examples that I found. Has the C5 Corvette, one of the most popular Corvettes, the most numerous ever sold, been affected by this current market shenanigans? Well, yes and no. Let me explain. While prices have gone up in this market, a quick Auto Trader search yesterday, that was January 2nd, revealed 953 C5s with about 100,000 miles on them for about 12 to 15 grand. And you could find clean-ish looking C5s with about 50,000 to 100,000 miles on them in the 15 to 20 grand range. A decent mileage 2002 to 2004 range C5, which is what I would personally recommend, is about 18 or 19,000. A super clean example might touch 20, but you can find very reasonable ones from about 17 to 20. That's really not bad at all when you consider what you're getting and you consider who probably owned the car before you to begin with. In case you didn't know, let me break this down as quickly as possible so we don't lose anybody. In 1997, the Corvette debuted with an all-new chassis featuring hydroformed frame rails, that's water-shaping metal, as well as an almost 50-50 weight distribution, thanks to a rear-mounted transaxle and a Borg & Warner 6-speed manual transmission. We won't talk about the 4-speed automatic because that was a carryover transmission and it was absolute trash. Oh, and it also had a little engine called the LS1. The legendary LS1 is a 5.7-liter small block V8 developing 345 horsepower in its initial application in 1997, which was later bumped to 350 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque in 2001 thanks to some intake and exhaust improvements. It is one of the lightest, strongest, and most customizable V8 engines ever made. Sounded a little like Jeremy Clarkson there. That was kind of cool. So wait a second, you can get a 350 horsepower, 6-speed manual rear-wheel drive sports car for less than $20,000? Well, yes, but wait, there's more. See, over the years, the C5 Corvette has sort of proven itself to be incredibly reliable and cheap to maintain. So unlike some more other German brands whose names rhyme with BMW, the cost of ownership is far more reasonable. Let me give you some examples. Some of the most common problems that the C5 exhibits can be fixed by a relatively competent individual following fairly simple YouTube tutorials. One of these would be the column lock bypass. The steering column lock would tend to fail and lock down the steering column for no reason. I installed a column lock bypass myself, and I am incredibly incompetent when it comes to fixing things. The original battery could also leak acid and damage the air conditioning cables that run underneath it for some reason, and that's not a terribly expensive fix. And then another very common problem is that the oil pressure sensor can fail, not that it affects the way the car runs, it just reads out that it's maxed. And I recently had mine replaced at a reputable shop for less than $500. Those are not unreasonable fixes on a car that is now, as of this year, 20 years old. But it gets even better than that, because GM still makes most of the parts for the C5 Corvette. And thanks to websites like Cult Rag Performance, not sponsored, but I'll put a link in the description because I'm a nice guy, you can get most of those factory replacement parts with relative ease. And I'm not finished yet, since the C6 Corvette was a relatively sort of modestly improved C5. Many parts are interchangeable between the two, such as suspension components. This means you could swap out your stock C5 shocks for C6 Z06 shocks for about $500. No other performance car on Earth has this kind of aftermarket support, nothing like what the C5 Corvette has. And to be honest with you, there's just kind of one real obvious downside. Well, it's not necessarily a downside. See, the interior is plastic trash. Like somebody melted down a bunch of Legos and then fashioned what sort of resembled a car interior out of whatever molten plastic remained. It was awful back in the late 90s, and it's even more offensive now, to be honest with you. But do you really care? If you're here for the maximum amount of performance for the minimal amount of money, I'm not so sure that you do. I sure don't. The interior of the C5 is huge. I've got loads of space, and I'm 6'6", and the cargo space under the rear glass is enormous. Fun fact, one time I put one of my friends back there, allegedly. The seats are admittedly pretty terrible, but you could swap these out without breaking the bank. I found a very reasonable pair of sports seats on Amazon for like $350, but you know, I'm not sure I would trust that, but you can get some decent seats for a reasonable amount. On the plus side, the analog gauges are super clear and easy to read, and because the radio and the AC system are just sort of in the old school kind of square areas, they are not extremely expensive. They're easy to replace or, you know, get some factory direct parts. So there's nothing in here that's like particularly expensive. And the C5's electronics, both in the car and the powertrain and everything, have proven to be pretty robust over the years. And that brings me to something else I haven't mentioned yet. The C5 Corvette is relatively easy to live with. It's a sweetheart to drive, and if you have a light foot, you can easily get over 20 miles per gallon. The 6-speed manual is easy enough to live with that it's not a bother in stop-and-go traffic, and the clutch take-up is light enough that your leg doesn't ever really get tired. It's a very easy to live with car that can take pretty heavy modifications before it becomes sort of unreasonable to daily drive. Plus, in my humble opinion, and I could be biased because I have one, I think it looks pretty good still. It was a little bit more aggressive looking than the C4, and I think it's a little bit more brawny and kind of brawlerish than the C6. Plus, it has pop-up headlights. If you're into that sort of thing, I'm into that sort of thing. If you're into that sort of thing, it's one of the only games in town. Look, I've always loved Corvettes, but to me, the C5 is something special, and thanks to its popularity with the older crowd, finding a relatively clean, unmodified C5 is still pretty easy. You know, compared to other performance cars, especially ones that have engines called 2JZ. Good luck finding an unmodified one of those. If you're looking to stretch your performance budget as far as it will go, the C5 is really the only answer. And just make sure you set aside a little extra money for tires, because the stock Goodyear run flats are absolute trash. Oh, and you'll also want an aftermarket exhaust, so you can get a little bit more of stuff like this. For 2022, I'm hoping to spend a little bit more time on mine and maybe create some more content around it. I would really like to turn it into sort of like an aggressive but still streetable, not daily driver, but regular driver. I don't know, but something to the tune of 400, 450 horsepower with a more aggressive suspension, but not absurd. So I'm hoping to bring some more of that content to you guys. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, please consider subscribing, join this community, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, peace. I hope someone shoots that goose. I would do it myself, but I'm unarmed at a public park. Boop, 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 boop.